not only be an important place for businesses and the community to go shop, but it was also an important place for, the nightlife and for musicians to go out and play for the citizens of Alliance. And Corny's is important to me because my father was a successful musician, and Corny's was a venue that he would play very often. Actually, that's where my parents met. My mom came and seen him one night with her girlfriends and seen him up on stage, started talking to him, and they hit it off and married, had me, and now Kenny Birch II, continuing on the musician legacy in our family. And it's very important that we raise awareness that downtown Alliance used to be the place for musicians and artists to go to. And that's why I hope to someday see the nightlife, musicians, and everything thriving again like it once used to.
Hi, and welcome to Cali Culture. Come on in. It's been open since April 2017, so we've been here for going on 3.5 years or so. Josh is the owner. He's been here, we started out pretty slow. We were open just mainly like a couple days a week for a few hours. So over the last couple years, we've expanded enough where we're finally open full-time Monday through Sunday, I guess, noon to 5. So we're open pretty regularly now too. We've definitely grown a lot over the last 3 years.
And what kind of products do you guys offer here?
Oh dear, we carry a variety of products. We carry everything from herbs to hand-blown glass pipes to handcrafted knives out of PA. Our other employee, Nathan, he does sacred geometry, so we carry a lot of his artwork. He's got some stickers, and he offers wreath services and a few things as well. We carry a lot of my artwork, too. I do a lot of epoxy stuff. We carry incense. We carry pretty much you name it, we have it at this point. So we carry a wide variety of items.
And what is your biggest selling product?
Our biggest selling product is definitely Kratom. Kratom is one of our it's such a feel-good herb. So what Kratom is a tea leaf from Indonesia. It's ground up real fine into a powder. Those powders have alkaloids, and those alkaloids provide you with pain management, mood enhancement, and an energy boost. So it's good stuff.
And what is your newest product?
Our newest product that we're carrying is called Delta 8. So it's another strain of the marijuana plant, and it has legal THC to it. So it's another new product that is 100% natural as well. Cool product.
And how long has Josh owned Joshua's Cali Culture?
About the 3.5 years or so he's had it. So he's owned it since it opened, and he's always been around. So.
And Christina, can you tell us a little bit about Blue Sun Creations?
Oh, yes, I can. So Blue Sun Creations is my little baby. I do a variety of items, and I do a lot of custom stuff too. So I offer epoxy work, vinyl work, tie-dyes, just about anything. Anything you want, I could probably put it on there. So any item, it's fun.
And can you tell us a little bit about the CBD that's offered here?
So we carry CBD in a variety of different forms. We have the CBD flower, which is our most popular. You can get it in such fun strains as Girl Scout Cookie, Gorilla Glue. And then we carry the cartridges, which those are really popular too. We carry them in a variety of milligrams. We have oils, we have droppers, we have gummies, we've got capsules, we've got hand creams, lotions, any kind of CBD product you want, we've got.
How long have you been working here at Cali Culture?
I've been pretty much working for the last 3 years. I met Josh shortly after he opened, and I decided to come on board, and I've kind of helped out when he's needed help, and we've just grown together. So I've been around for about 3 years now.
And what are some of the challenges of running a business in downtown Alliance?
Where we're located, unfortunately. It's such a gorgeous downtown, and I love that it's trying to come back to life. So we're definitely in a great spot. But there are some challenges down here. We're not on the beaten path, It's hard to get just the traffic to come through. So we try to advertise as much as we can. Word of mouth is always our best advertisement. But we hand out flyers, we do a sign program, and we've been trying to do everything we can to get the word out about downtown. It's a tough spot.
And what do you think, how do you think coronavirus has impacted sales here at Cali Culture?
The coronavirus is honestly a blessing in all honesty, because we stayed open as we could, and then whenever they shut us down as well, we offered delivery service, no contact delivery, and we've got the website up and running now, so that's on there, and that's where we were able to take orders for, and it did us some good, because we were still open whereas everyone else wasn't. So these are herbs that they have to have, like they depend on it like their medicine, so it was important for us to stay open for sure.
And what is the phone number here at Cali Culture?
It is 330-257-5695.
And what do you suggest for new businesses who are trying to set up here in downtown?
Just don't give up. Don't get discouraged. It's hard, but if your will and your drive's there, you can make it anywhere. So don't give up.
Do you feel safe here in downtown?
Absolutely. There are so many good people that run around here. We've got so many people that look out for us downtown. It's like a family, so I never, ever feel unsafe down here.
And can you tell us a little bit about the shows that you used to host?
We do have one coming up, too. So we used to do a few little music festivals out back. We'd have live music, we'd have vendors, we'd have food, we had fire spinners, we'd had glass blowing instructions.
Hi, come on in. Welcome to Black Sales. Black Sales Liquidation was started June 29th of 2019. We opened our doors. We've been open a little over a year now. Everything that we got in here is closeout wholesale retail from other retailers. Everything's brand new, 40 to 60% off prices though from any competitive store. We'll price match anyone. This business was started by me and my business partner Jesse Smith, and we've been killing it ever since. We're doing good.
Can you tell us a little bit about how COVID has impacted or changed your business process?
It did change the business a lot, but back in March, when we got stimulus money in, or not stimulus money, but we got taxes and stuff finished and everything, we decided to take the rest of the money that we had and buy in the face masks and COVID material, like hand sanitizer, face masks, and it took off. It kept us afloat and kept us open, kept our bills paid, and still to this day, we're still selling masks. It's done very well.
Why did you choose Downtown Alliance?
It was the only place to choose. There was no other place for me. I looked at a spot on 62 in the IJ Plaza. I looked at multiple places, and just nothing felt at home to me, except for when I came down here and looked at this building, and it needed a lot of work. And I just fell in love with the building, the street, people like you and other business owners and people that help the street. It's a family community down here. And it just meant a lot to me to get in here and help fix Main Street and make it back to what it was.
What made you decide to get into the business of liquidation sales?
Just been going to the store over the years and seeing all the prices of everything continuously climb, and see so many families struggle to make ends meet and also get everything they need for their house, to fix something. So I was talking to a friend of mine who I used to work with at MPI Labels with Sebring, and we decided to open up our own store because we knew that we can get the product a lot cheaper and charge the customers a lot less. So we wanted to do it. We have a Facebook. If you go on Facebook, go to the search bar and just type in Black Sales Liquidation. It comes right up. We're located at 308 East Main Street for anyone that wants to come down and check out our stuff too. You can give us a call at 330-680-4942. A lot of the products we have in here, it ranges. Like we like to say, we have a bigger variety than Walmart, just we're not as big. We have everything from face masks, makeup and cosmetics, political merch of Biden in Trump. We have metal decor signs, home improvement. We have a big Home Depot and Lowe's truck coming in very, very soon. It's going to be about 18 pallets. It's going to be gigantic. It's going to fill the whole store. So we have a little bit of everything, even sports, kids' clothes, everything. We have everything.
Welcome to Jupiter Studios. Come on in.
Think about where you come from.
Carlton Myers. I was born in Alliance, Ohio, but I grew up in southern Mississippi.
I know you're a real regular here to all the businesses downtown.
Yep.
Can you tell me how long you've been in the Alliance area?
27 years. I moved back here in 93.
So how long have you been hanging out downtown?
I can't answer that. All right.
Can you tell me a little bit about downtown? Some of the businesses.
Just been around here. I left here in 77, but I came back in 93.
When you came back in 93, was this area booming or was it still on the decline?
Kind of both. But I don't care. I still like this city. I'm also chief of security.
Chief of security. Yes, I know that many a nights when I came out here at Jupiter, I felt a little bit more safer to know that Carlton was hanging around, make sure nobody messed with me. So.
That's Carlton.
Carlton.
Yeah, I have a twin brother. We're not talking about that. Go back to Tavern.
Can you tell me a little bit about the Town Tavern?
It's good, but you don't fight. You just be yourself and have a good time. The owner now is Joe Leone, and he's a good friend.
Do you guys get a lot of business over there at the tavern?
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it be booming, sometimes it be slow as molasses, but that's the way it goes.
So, can you tell me a little bit about some of your favorite businesses downtown?
The library, Rob's Train. Too many for me to mention.
Is there anything you'd like to say about Downtown Alliance?
Yeah, we're gonna get it booming again. You just gotta get your butt. I need to tell all you people, get your brain out of Mars. It's time to wake up.
Woo!
I may sound, I'm not. People ask me why I don't smile when I speak. I give you 3 reasons. It's time to wake up. Tomorrow's not promised to none of us. We need to get together. Without this prejudice, but we're gonna make it one day. And I've been around. That's all I'm gonna tell you right there.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Carlton.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
33 now, but I originally moved to Alliance when I think I was about 9 years old. On Market Street, which is the next street over from Jupiter, well, Main Street. When I had first moved there, I was scared because I was from smaller cities, stuff like that, but it was really weird because, to be honest with you, Alliance was the most homely place I had ever lived, and I lived in some very close-knit communities. But what I mean by that is everybody. I don't know what it's like now because I don't live there. But when I was there, a stranger would give you the shirt off their back. It's hard to explain. But as a little kid, when you experience that, that's a lasting impact. So when I did move from Alliance. It was just actually down the road to Damascus. So I've always lived in this general area. But growing up in Alliance at first was intimidating. But as I gained friends, my brother gained friends, vice versa. It was, yeah, it's definitely the friendliest. And it was also, ironically enough, the first place that I really started to get into music. My brother started to make music a little bit at that time, so it was when I really started to pique an interest in music, which was rap at that time. But I mean, it was normal. I mean, you know, I don't have any crazy stories of like, yeah, man, you know, growing up in Alliance, we did this and that. It's just a small little rural city that I think maybe back then it got a bad rap because maybe some bad things happened or whatever. But Alliance is a beautiful city, and I think it's a great place for anyone to go, especially even nowadays. And I think it's even better now than it was when I was growing up.
Can you tell me a little bit about your earliest memories of downtown Alliance?
Yeah, my mom, where Town Tavern is now, where Corning's used to be. My mom was the manager on the corner there. There was a bar, Kelly's Lounge. It's now, there's nothing there anymore. And then, like in the back, she had a restaurant called Mama's Diner. It was her restaurant. And that's where I got my feet wet and cooked and stuff. It was a little diner. But those are my first memories, you know, sitting in the office at Kelly's Lounge because my mom didn't have a babysitter, you know, and she had to be there till, you know, it closed. And those, I mean, some would say that those aren't good memories to have, or maybe not a way for a child to grow up, but I full-heartedly believe that if I didn't grow up that way, I wouldn't be doing what I do now, you know. And I've subconsciously grew up in bars and around music, you know, so I think that you're a product of your environment. And unfortunately, that wasn't the alcohol side of things. It was more the business and music side of things. That was my first memory, was right down the road from Jupiter Studio.
And at that point, was downtown a thriving area, or was it on the decline?
It was on the decline for sure. That's why my mom kind of opened up the restaurant. So she was kind of like a littler you without knowing. She was a littler you, meaning she was kind of trying to do what you were doing, you know, revive some of those buildings down there. I mean, not on the level you were. You are and once, but yeah, it was. It wasn't as dead as it is now. That's for sure.
Can you tell me a little bit about your first performance downtown and where it was at, who it was with?
It was. Oh, I want to say it was. Let's see. It would have been. I think it was April or March of 2010. However, I booked the first show there. It was Skies of Crimson. Shout out Kevin Phillips and Matt Beach in 2009. Did I play there? Actually, that's a lie. I played there in 2009 with the other band I was in before Ocean. And it was weird because that place is huge.
What band was that called?
Destroy Everything at Dawn. And it was another Alliance band before Oceans. Actually, they both went to Marlington. They're both Marlington bands. That was my first.
So, David, can you tell us a little bit about this mural and some of the processes involved in it?
The mural is a Knights of the Round Table, King Arthur themed mural, and it is 16 feet tall by 60 feet wide. I painted it to scale on a small painting that's about 6 feet, 7 feet wide, and then we had it photographed with high DPI and then enlarged and then put up on the wall, and then I painted more detail on top of that. That way we could get it up in a shorter amount of time. It is an interactive mural. It's not, the project is not complete. It's about 90% of the way. When it is complete, you'll be able to interact with it. There will be giant rune stones around downtown Alliance, and you'll be able to use clues in the mural and clues on the rune stones in order to go on a National Treasure movie style hunt for a real treasure in downtown Alliance when the entire project is complete. So all of the subject matter in the mural is all from King Arthur tales, and all of those things will be used as clues in the treasure hunt.
When is the Camelot project expected to be completed and open to the public?
It is an ongoing project as funds become available. It's a downtown beautification project, so it's basically the exterior of the building so that anyone can enjoy it.
As many folks know, Alliance became a real place because two railroads crossed at what is the bottom of East Main Street. And so the town grew up around the railroad and extended from the railroad starting in 1850, officially chartered by the state in 1854, grew from a village to a town to a city over the course of the next 30-some years. Thriving downtown, a strong industrial base around it, and through 150-some years or more, what happened to Alliance happened to pretty much every small city in America over the course of the last part of the 20th century and here now into the 21st century. The Alliance Historic Preservation Commission, not the group that runs the Haynes House, but is actually a city-affiliated organization for preservation, worked, and I served on that. We worked to get a designation for downtown as a historic district, and I received that now 3 years ago in 2017, and actually you'll start to be seeing these signs around the district. Okay.
Beautiful. That's what we want to see.
Yeah, I told you I had a good prop.
Yes, you do, sir. That reminds me of downtown Canton, their district, their arts district.
Building. One would be to think in terms of the overall form, and usually that can fall into, in my opinion, about 3 different categories. One would be kind of a classical form, which would be symmetrical and balanced, and typically, if we're talking about historic architecture, have some sort of classically derived ornament. Another way to look at it, a building, would be to think of it in terms of a romantically derived building or a medieval building, which is more asymmetrical and typically has some windows or applied ornaments that are more medieval in origin. And the third way to look at it is thinking modern, and happened at the beginning of the 20th century with the International Stone Fair. The saying goes, form is function, and you wanted the material to basically be the expression of the building. So when you look at the Lambourne building, it has this sort of vague feeling of a medieval castle or a medieval church. The carving in the columns between the windows there, and the shield and everything. And so that's what's been applied on the building. And then we talked earlier about how you always have to look up, especially on Main Street buildings. But the overall form of the building is pretty symmetrical, right? It's pretty obvious for the front that it's got 3 floors and 3 windows across, and it is relatively even.
We started about 2002, 2001. I started out with quitting my job, of course, not knowing what I'm going to do, but I knew I wanted to be involved with my children. So one of the things I did was I went ahead and bought a box truck, filled it, took it to Rogers in Hartville, and slowly evolved it into wintertime coming, what am I going to do, and had to get a building. So we picked up a building. My father and I went together and basically come up with the concept of pocket change antique shop. Since then, I'd say we're 8.5 years in, and we started out on State Street and worked our way down here.